Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning the Tyson Fury fans. That's right. I've had a couple messages on my Twitter, okay, concerning Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, and it's a fan that sent me a couple messages, and I'm going to read them to you guys. And this just shows the misleading information that people have about me and the sport of boxing regarding the things that I say about fighters. Okay. Now, it says, quote, Lennox Lewis said he backed Tyson Fury over AJ. That's why AJ does not talk to Lennox Lewis and does not like him, because Lennox Lewis told him the truth, that he was trash compared to Fury. And if Tyson doesn't retire, he will beat AJ. And that's from the undisputed champ, Lennox Lewis. This is Christopher at Gitsy42. So Christopher from South Dublin. Okay, first of all, that is not why Anthony Joshua and Lennox Lewis don't get along. Okay, so this here is so for anybody else that believes like Christopher, here you go. Okay, Anthony Joshua and Lennox Lewis had a pretty decent relationship when Anthony Joshua was in the amateurs when he won Olympic gold. Anthony Joshua went to his house. Lennox Lewis presented him with an opportunity. Anthony Joshua didn't take it. He went with Eddie Hearn instead. That was strike one. Strike two, Lennox Lewis was at the Vladimir Klitschko versus Anthony Joshua fight. And it was said that after Anthony Joshua won, Lennox Lewis came to the dressing room, and he was not allowed to go in and congratulate Anthony Joshua. They locked the doors and they would not allow him in. That's strike two. Strike three was when the negotiations with Deontay Wilder was going on, and Lennox Lewis said to Anthony Joshua that he needs to give Deontay Wilder a split, or a bigger split of what it is. Flat weight rates wouldn't work, and that's how he stood, and he was really adamant on Anthony Joshua, and he started saying things, especially when that's strike three, when Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz. He was saying things like, oh, well, hey, his coach is trash. He needed to get a better trainer, not a third grade kindergarten teacher. He needs a college professor, those type of things. And that's when Anthony Joshua finally called him a clown. That did not have anything to do with Tyson Fury at all. On top of that, that wasn't even that was 2 years before. Okay, Anthony Joshua called Lennox Lewis a clown in 2019. Okay, the negotiations didn't even start for a potential fight with Tyson Fury until at least a year later. Okay, really they were in 2021, late 2020, early 2021, on through the middle part of last year, which was 2021. So him saying, well, hey, yeah, that's why he doesn't like Lennox. No, that doesn't have anything to do with him or somebody picking another fighter over him. That explains that. Now, he continues, he sends another one. I used to like you, Kurt, but you take up for Dillian White all the time. You must be a big fan of Eddie Hearn. And Dillian White is getting knocked out. I have an opinion. And in my eyes, Fury is the best. He took Deontay Wilder out. If I didn't win arbitration, we were getting the AJ fight. Okay. Well, first off, it's not about taking up for anybody. And when you talk about Tyson Fury, it just shows you like, oh, you take up for Dillian White. So that means a man that's supposed to have had his opportunity way before Tyson Fury got the belt, that's taken up for Dillian Whyte. No, Dillian Whyte was in a position like he's been in for the longest with the WBC, that they screwed him over the first chance they got. The first chance they got, they screwed him over. They did not care what he was doing. They did not care what he did. They found a way to stop this man from getting his opportunity. Now he's finally getting it in 2022, and he's been fighting for this shit since like late 18. Okay? So, that's that. Dillian Whyte's getting knocked out. I have my own opinion. You can have your own opinion. That's good. You know, but he would have beat AJ if they would have fought. You know, I'm tired of really trying to defend what a fighter would do or could do or should do. How about just do? You know, because I mean, you have this fan realm of people that, oh man, Tyson Fury can clearly beat Anthony Joshua. Well, the reality of it is Tyson Fury has never fought Anthony Joshua. So we don't know what the hell would happen in that fight. All we can go on is what they did earlier in their career or earlier on. They put on some gloves. They shared the same ring. They sparred. And it was a good fight. You know, the sessions were good. You know, and I heard back and forth things between the two. So, but just saying Tyson Fury can beat anyone, I'm not giving anybody credit before they do something. Oh, I know that will happen. I know this will happen. I don't know shit until it happens. You know, so people expect me to, ride for Tyson Fury or ride for Anthony Joshua or ride for this fighter or ride for that fighter. The strength of the matter is, if Tyson Fury beats Dillian Whyte, that'll be another name on the list that already should have been there years ago. You know, but better late than never. You know, I would give Tyson Fury 100% full credit if he does beat Dillian Whyte. Why not? You know, it just shows that he is one of the best, if not the best heavyweight. Is he the best? No, he's not the best to me until he starts beating the people that were considered or are considered the best. Is Dillian Whyte considered the best? No. So people say, oh, well, will you give credit? How much credit? Motherfucker, enough credit to know that he beat that fighter. He did his job. He did what he had to do. If he could do what he needs to do by beating Dillian Whyte. Nothing more, nothing less. He's a mandatory. Okay? He is a mandatory. And why is Alexander Usyk considered one of the best? Because he beat one of the guys that's considered one of the best. Anthony Joshua. Not Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury never had a fight with Anthony Joshua. Was Deontay Wilder one of the best? No, because he got beat already. And what was his problem? His problem was he ain't fought no one. Who's the only person that he fought? Tyson Fury. Okay, he fought Tyson Fury and he knocked out Luis Ortiz twice. But was Luis Ortiz the best? No. You know what I mean? Why? Because he hasn't proved, or he never proved, that he was the best. However you look at it, well, maybe he didn't have the opportunity. Maybe he didn't. But we will never know if he was the best or not. The only thing we know that he didn't even fight any of those people to even show us that he was the best or not. Just like a lot of these fighters have not. Okay, so that's the same of saying, oh, Anthony Joshua's better. Well, I mean, Joshua can't be the best until he beats the guy that's also considered the best, right? You know, that's all it really means. That's all it amounts to. And people sit here and they send me dumb messages like this and they don't know what the hell they're talking about and they don't know how I stand. All they know is, I'm tired of you talking about the fighter that I support. Well, fuck you, because you don't want to know about boxing. I'm talking about boxing. Tyson Fury's a boxer. This is what he needs to do to become who you guys want him to be, the best. So if you beat Dillian Whyte, cool. Beat Dillian Whyte, get rid of your mandatory, and let's move on for undisputed for whoever the winner is between AJ and Alexander Usyk. And maybe then we can talk about who is considered the best. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Christopher from South Dublin and other fans just like Christopher. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.